What if I told you that just a few simple shifts could double your productivity, starting today? We live in a world of distractions. The average person loses 2.5 hours daily just refocusing after interruptions. But here's the secret: highly productive people aren't working harder. They're working smarter. Meet James Carter, a struggling entrepreneur. A year ago, he was drowning in unfinished tasks, constantly overwhelmed, and on the verge of burnout. Then, he discovered a proven system that transformed his daily routine, and within months, he tripled his productivity. This isn't another generic "work harder" guide. Backed by science and real-life success, this video will show you 5 simple, game-changing techniques to instantly boost your efficiency. Let's dive in. Most people think working longer hours means getting more done. But the truth? It's making you less productive. Imagine this: you sit down to work, determined to finish your to-do list. But within minutes, a notification pops up. You check it. Then, an email. Then, a quick scroll through social media. Before you know it, hours have vanished, and the real work hasn't even started. Here's the science behind it. The Zeigarnik effect: your brain constantly reminds you of unfinished tasks, increasing stress and reducing focus. Parkinson's law: work expands to fill the time available, meaning the more time you give a task, the longer it takes. Attention residue: each time you switch tasks, your brain struggles to refocus, reducing efficiency by up to 40%. James Carter made these same mistakes. He worked 12+ hours daily, constantly switching between tasks, believing he was productive. But in reality, he was just busy, not effective. So how did he turn it all around? By following 5 simple yet powerful techniques, ones that top CEOs, elite athletes, and high performers use daily. In the next section, we'll break down technique number 1, the 90-minute focus rule, a strategy used by the world's most successful people. What if I told you that working less could actually help you accomplish more? Sounds crazy, right? But science proves it works. Meet the 90-minute focus rule, a technique used by world-class performers, from Olympic athletes to Fortune 500 executives. The science behind it. Your brain operates in cycles called ultradian rhythms, periods of high energy followed by natural dips. Research shows that after 90 minutes of deep focus, your brain needs 20 minutes of rest to maintain peak performance. Fact: studies show that working in focused 90-minute sprints increases productivity by 76% compared to working non-stop. How James used the 90-minute rule. James Carter, our struggling entrepreneur, used to push himself for hours without breaks. He felt productive, but by mid-afternoon, he hit a mental wall. His creativity suffered, decision-making slowed, and by evening, he had no energy left. Then, he tried the 90-minute focus rule. We've all been there, staring at a task, feeling stuck, and telling ourselves, "I'll start later." But what if there was a trick to break free from procrastination in just 5 minutes? Meet the 5-minute rule, a brain hack that forces you into action before your excuses take over. The science behind it. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's your brain trying to avoid discomfort. The moment a task feels overwhelming, your brain activates the limbic system, the part responsible for fear and avoidance. But here's the trick: if you start a task for just 5 minutes, your brain switches gears. It shifts from avoidance mode to engagement mode, thanks to a psychological phenomenon called the Zeigarnik effect, our tendency to feel restless about unfinished tasks. Fact: studies show that starting a task, even for a few minutes, makes you more likely to finish it than waiting for motivation. How Sarah beat procrastination. Sarah, a university student, struggled with writing her thesis. Every time she sat down, she felt overwhelmed and delayed it until deadlines loomed. Then, she tried the 5-minute rule. She told herself, "Just write for 5 minutes." Once she started, her brain refused to leave the task unfinished. Before she knew it, 5 minutes turned into 50, and she completed her first draft in record time. This tiny shift in mindset saved her from the stress spiral of last-minute work. How to use this today. Keycap 1: Choose a task you're avoiding. Keycap 2: Set a 5-minute timer. Commit to starting, nothing more. Keycap 3: Once the timer ends, decide. Stop if you want, but most likely, you'll keep going. Keycap 4: Repeat daily. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they never start. The 5-minute rule is your secret weapon against that first hurdle. In the next section, we'll dive into technique number 3, the energy management method, because productivity isn't just about time, it's about energy. We often think productivity is about managing time. But what if I told you, it's not time that limits you, it's energy? Most people structure their days around hours and minutes, but high performers structure their days around energy peaks and dips. The science behind energy cycles. Your body runs on a natural rhythm called the ultradian cycle, a 90-minute pattern of high energy followed by a dip in focus. Studies show that our brain can only focus intensely for about 90 minutes before needing a recharge. Fact: research from the University of Florida found that top-performing professionals work in bursts of 90 minutes, followed by short breaks. The story of James, a burnt-out CEO. James, a 40-year-old CEO, worked 12-hour days but felt exhausted and unproductive. His to-do list grew longer, and he barely had time for family. Then, he made one simple change. He divided his day into energy cycles, focusing on important tasks during peak energy hours and resting during dips. Instead of powering through exhaustion, he took 5 to 10-minute breaks every 90 minutes. Within a month, his productivity doubled, and he worked fewer hours. How to apply this today? Keycap 1: Track your energy. For 1 week, note when you feel most focused and when you crash. Keycap 2: Schedule deep work in peaks. Do your hardest tasks when your energy is highest. Keycap 3: Take recharge breaks. After 90 minutes, step away, walk, stretch, or breathe deeply. Keycap 4: Eliminate energy drainers. Reduce distractions, sugar crashes, and negative self-talk. Instead of forcing yourself to work longer, start working smarter by aligning tasks with your energy flow. In the next section, we'll explore technique number 4, the time blocking strategy, a method used by billionaires like Elon Musk to maximize focus and efficiency. Ever feel like your day slips away, and you barely accomplish anything? The problem isn't lack of time, it's lack of control over time. Why time blocking works? Time blocking isn't just about planning your day, it's about protecting your focus. Instead of reacting to distractions, you assign specific time slots for deep work, meetings, and even rest. Fact: a study from the American Psychological Association found that task switching can reduce productivity by up to 40%. Time blocking eliminates this by forcing single tasking. The billionaire method: how Elon Musk uses time blocking. Elon Musk runs multiple billion-dollar companies, yet he has the same 24 hours as us. His secret? He splits his day into 5-minute blocks. Yes, even small tasks have their own time slot. Each block has one focus, no multitasking, no distractions. No wasted time. Meetings, emails, and even breaks are scheduled for maximum efficiency. The story of Sarah, a freelancer who doubled her output. Sarah, a freelance writer, struggled with procrastination and felt overwhelmed. She decided to try time blocking. Mornings, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. deep writing work, no phone, no emails. Afternoons, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. client meetings and revisions. Evenings, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. learning and personal projects. Within weeks, her income increased, she had more free time, and most importantly, she felt in control. How to implement time blocking today? Step 1. Identify your top 3 priorities for the day. Step 2. Assign specific time slots for each. Step 3. set a timer and work only on that task until time is up. Step 4. Add buffer time for unexpected tasks. Time blocking isn't just a productivity hack, it's a life-changing mindset shift. When you control your time, you control your life. Most people wait for big victories to feel successful. But what if I told you that the secret to unstoppable momentum is hidden in the smallest wins? Why micro-wins matter? Your brain is wired to chase dopamine, the chemical responsible for motivation. When you accomplish even a tiny task, your brain rewards you with a dopamine hit. This triggers motivation, making it easier to tackle the next task. Fact: studies from Harvard Business School show that small, daily progress creates more long-term motivation than big wins. The 1% rule: how small wins lead to massive success. Imagine improving just 1% every day. At first, it seems small. But over a year, that compounds into a 37x improvement in your productivity, skills, and success. Example: Olympic athletes don't wake up breaking world records. They focus on tiny improvements daily: one more rep, one extra second, one new skill. The story of James, from stuck to success. James was an aspiring entrepreneur but kept procrastinating because his goals felt too overwhelming. Instead of saying, "I'll build a successful business," he broke it down into micro-wins. Day 1, research one business idea. Day 2, write a one-page plan. Day 3, create a social media profile. Day 4, reach out to one potential client. Within 3 months, James had a profitable business, all because of small, consistent actions. How to use micro-wins to boost productivity. Step 1. Break your big goal into tiny, winnable steps. Step 2. Track each small success with a checklist or journal. Step 3. Celebrate every micro-win. This reinforces the habit. Step 4. Focus on progress, not perfection. Success isn't about making one giant leap. It's about small, daily steps that build unstoppable momentum. You don't need more hours in a day. You need more energy. Because let's face it, what's the point of having time if you're too drained to use it? The myth of time management. Most productivity advice focuses on scheduling, to-do lists, and time blocking. But have you ever noticed that some hours feel 10x more productive than others? That's because time isn't the real problem, energy is. Fact: research from the Energy Project shows that managing energy, not time, increases focus, performance, and creativity by over 30%. The 4 types of energy you must manage. To be truly productive, you need to balance 4 types of energy. Keycap 1: physical energy, your body's fuel, sleep, exercise, nutrition. Keycap 2: emotional energy, your mood and stress levels. Keycap 3: mental energy, your ability to focus and think clearly. Keycap 4: spiritual energy, your sense of purpose and motivation. The story of Sarah, from burnout to high performance. Sarah was a corporate executive working 12-hour days, always tired, constantly distracted. She tried time management techniques, but they failed. Then she discovered energy management. She optimized her sleep and nutrition for better physical energy. She started daily meditation to control emotional stress. She worked in 90-minute focus blocks to boost mental energy. She reconnected with her purpose to fuel spiritual energy. Within weeks, Sarah's productivity skyrocketed, and she was working less but achieving more. Energy management hacks for instant productivity. The 90-minute work cycle: work 90 minutes, then take a 10 to 15-minute recharge break. Morning power routine: start with hydration, movement, and deep breathing to activate energy. Protect your peak hours: identify when you have the most energy and schedule deep work during that time. Sleep like a CEO: prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, because sleep debt destroys productivity. If you master your energy, you'll naturally master your time, and outperform 90% of people who are simply busy. What if I told you that the secret to beating procrastination isn't willpower, but just 120 seconds of action? The science behind procrastination. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's your brain avoiding discomfort. When a task seems too big, too complex, or too boring, your brain triggers avoidance mode, convincing you to do it later. Fact: a study from the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that 95% of people admit to procrastinating, with 20% being chronic procrastinators. The power of the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule, created by productivity expert David Allen, is a simple yet powerful technique. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If it takes longer, just commit to doing it for 2 minutes. Why? Because the hardest part of any task is starting. Once you begin, momentum kicks in, and finishing becomes easier. Real-life story: how Jake beat procrastination. Jake, a college student, struggled with writing essays. He would sit for hours, staring at a blank screen, feeling overwhelmed. Then, he tried the 2-minute rule. Instead of writing an entire essay, he told himself, "I'll just write the first sentence." The result? Once he started, he kept going. The hardest part, getting started, was over. Soon, this small habit transformed his life. He applied it to studying, working out, and even waking up early. How to apply the 2-minute rule today? Emails piling up? Answer quick ones immediately. Want to start reading? Just read 1 page. Too tired for the gym? Just do 1 push-up. Hate cleaning? Just wash 1 dish. Your brain tricks you into avoiding big tasks, so trick it back by making them smaller. What if you could combine everything we've learned into one bulletproof system that guarantees productivity, focus, and long-term success? The 4-pillar system for maximum productivity. Most people fail at productivity because they lack a structure. The key isn't just working harder, it's about creating a system that works for you. Here's the 4-pillar productivity system to help you stay focused, eliminate distractions, and achieve your goals. Pillar 1, the 80-20 rule, focus on high-impact work. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identify the high-impact tasks that truly move you forward. Example: if you're an entrepreneur, focus on revenue-generating activities first. Fact: studies show that high performers spend 60% of their time on deep, focused work, while average performers get stuck in low-value tasks like emails and meetings. Pillar 2, time blocking, control your schedule. Divide your day into deep work blocks, 90 minutes, and breaks, 15 minutes. Use apps like Notion, Google Calendar, or Pomodoro timers to structure your day. Example: Elon Musk schedules his entire day in 5-minute blocks. Pillar 3, the keystone habit, build one powerful routine. Pick one habit that creates positive ripple effects in your life. Example: if you exercise daily, you'll naturally eat healthier, sleep better, and have more energy. Small daily habits lead to massive long-term results. Fact: according to a study in the European Journal of Social Psychology, it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, not 21 days, as commonly believed. Pillar 4, the weekly review, adjust and improve. Every Sunday, review your progress, setbacks, and wins. Ask yourself, what worked this week? What needs improvement? What's my #1 priority for next week? This self-reflection habit prevents burnout and ensures continuous growth. The final challenge: take action now. Pick one strategy from this system and apply it immediately. Don't just consume knowledge, implement it. Success isn't about knowing more, it's about doing more. Productivity isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. Take control of your time, master your habits, and unlock your full potential. The future is in your hands. Now go out there and make it happen.